What's up, guys? It's the Doza, and we are back here in the Dozacraft SMP server. You see how my screen is kind of freaking out a little bit? That's because I have a wireless mouse, and not the kind of wireless where. I'm sorry if my mic was squeaking right there. I don't know. Can you hear it squeaking right now? Okay, it squeaks in my ear when I move it. But anyways, yeah, a wireless mouse, but it takes batteries. It's not really wireless. It's kind of just battery powered. Um, So halfway through this video, I might end up changing changing my mouse out for my corded mouse, because one's starting to die, and it's really frustrating trying to play the game when the mouse is dying. So I ended yesterday's video giving a little sneak peek at this area down here, and I just put windows in here and on top. I had red and black checkered windows above there in that shape. But it doesn't look great. Stained glass just came out in 1.7, and almost everybody who's played Minecraft for any length of time really has always probably at some point thought it would be great to have stained glass for Windows, of course. And so I'm not trying to be too disappointed about about how it is right now and how it looks, because it is the first release of it. Whoops, sorry about that. Something randomly popped up on screen. But yeah, it's actually the second release of the glass. The first time they released it, it was hardly see-through at all, and then they kind of increased the transparency of it so you can see through it better. So it's all right, but it doesn't look too great. So I just put normal glass there instead. And I've been messing around with a few different colors. Now I have a glass chest for purely glass. I used to just keep my glass in my junk drawer over there, but now I have a chest full just for it. I went over to Dozaland and I dug up a whole bunch of sand, so I made a whole bunch of glass, made a whole bunch of colored glass. I've been playing with that a little bit. I haven't actually used any of this glass. The numbers you see here are just what I made to test it out. Like I said, I'm not really a big fan of it just yet. The green is the only thing I've really put to any sort of use, and let's get right into that, and I'll show you what I've been using it on. So I showed this area at the end of yesterday's video. Now I'm going to show you what's going on here. The entrance of this has changed quite a bit, and if you don't remember, you can see over on this side, sorry about the leg, there's this tank here. And before Vintage Beef did his whole squid tank idea, I was already when the leads came out, I found out you can put a lead on squid, so I wanted to have a pet squid, and then because I wanted to walk it around in the water and stuff, you know, drag it down the river or something, and then it turned into, well, I can name it, so I kind of want a pet squid in my house. So I built this big old tank. I was going to get like 3 or 4 squid in there and have them swimming around, and then I found out that squid cannot actually swim upwards, so no matter what, it'll always stay at the bottom, and most likely it'll be down there. And because of the texture of regular glass windows, whoa, there goes my mouse again. See it freaking out? Because of the texture of normal glass windows, it would be hard to see it anyways. So I decided that eventually I'm going to start building little rooms off to the sides here. These are probably going to go. Maybe I'll build a squid tank somewhere some other time. But anyways, and this was a bitch to get all the water out of as well, because it was all solid water. Source blocks. It wasn't just the top was water and went down, which I should have done, but filled it on with gravel, got it all hauled out, and then I've been working on this. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a slime farm, and this is totally inspired by Etho. I don't want to say exactly like he did it, but the same general idea, and I'll explain why in a minute. I know he had his slime separate out just like this, but I'm not sure what kind of setup he had, because I changed the elevation of this a lot. I've changed what has happened, you know, where they land and everything. This has changed quite a few times over the past few days, and this has taken me quite a while to do, and you'll see why in a little bit. So right now, the way this works is they get pulled. Whoa, freeze. What the Okay, I'm back. Minecraft decided to crash all of a sudden, so I just saved that clip and restarted Minecraft. I should have restarted my whole computer maybe. Oh man, this is why I hope to get a new computer. Anyways, man, these slimes are loud. So how this works is, see if I can open this. Yeah. They get distributed from smallest to biggest. Now, it's kind of just a common sense kind of thing, and it makes sense that since they're in 3 sizes, which is small, medium, and large, the small ones, as you see right here, are 1 block wide. The medium ones are 2 blocks wide, and these big guys are 3 blocks wide. So what you do is get them in a water stream of some sort, and I'll show you that water stream in just a second. And when you get to a point where you want to separate them out, make sure you have a room that's kind of set down into the ground a little bit, so you can actually pull these guys above it and drop them down into it, because it's a lot easier. It'd be possible to kind of squeeze them into here and separate them out that way. Like I could bring them in from the back of each of these holding cells, but it would be a lot harder. Possible, but too much work to for the vanity of it. So you just bring it above, and then, like I said, make these holes. Just put signs here so they drop straight down into it once they go over the flow of the water. And this one down here on the big guys, freeze, is of course 3 blocks wide as it gets. And you also want to have where they fall down into 3 blocks high, so the big guys will fit in here. Now I know Etho has it with slabs or something, and it's not recessed into the ground like this, but mine is. And you don't even need the water necessarily, because they should stay in there. These guys might be able to get out of here, and the only reason I have this door on here is just so you can fit underneath it and squeeze into there and get in there and get the experience and stuff. And it's all just design stuff. Like how the slabs are and everything is purely design. But I have water in there now because originally the small ones were dropping down into here and dying. So I was like, well, I want to put some water in there so they don't die, because I kind of like to see them in the collection here. There's so much to talk about. I'm just thinking of all the points I need to make, all the things I've been going through, building this thing the past couple days, not recording, and excited to tell you guys about it. Anyways, jabbering. But I put water there, just so in hopes that they would survive. And I had it just like this the first time I did it. Oh, freeze again. I had it just like this first time I did it, and since it's a source block, perfect example. They make it up here, they fall into there, but since they're only 1 block tall, not even 1 block tall, I don't think, less than a block tall, they drowned in there. So I had this first one just like I have these ones with the flowing water, so it comes out and thins out right there, so hopefully it doesn't drown, which helps a little bit. See, like if I kill these guys, you wouldn't believe how many slimes I've been getting. I'll show you here in a second. So if I do that, most of them die, but the water flow kind of brings them to the edge, so a few of them will stay between this fence and the actual water source. You can see a little space between there. And a few of them will live, but a lot of them will die, like you see them happening now, little puffs of smoke. We'll clear this out a little bit. And even on the first one, it has that little space, but I didn't put that water flow. Freezing again. But over here, in the first one, like I was talking about, some of them do end up getting stuck on the outside, and that's not a problem. And it's easy to kill them. You could just walk up and kind of just reach in from this angle and punch them. But every once in a while, see, I'm already holding 2. But every once in a while, you'll be too close, and you'll accidentally pick up a couple slime balls. Let's see if I can do it on accident. I do it all the time on accident. Get out of the way, door. Okay, well I didn't pick up any that time. I'm just going to throw those in there. So for anybody else who'd want to do things perfectly, they would make it so the slimes don't survive whatsoever when they land on the outside and stuff. But I really don't mind it. It's cool with me. And so you can kill them that way. Just kind of got to reach just beyond the... Oops, see, I grabbed that one. Got to reach just above the fence. get kind of like in the corner, like on the edge of the fence right there, and you can actually hit them just fine. And another thing I found out, I actually made a chest down here. What? Why is this leg getting so bad all of a sudden? All right, back again. Computer went crazy on me one more time. But yeah, about these fences and killing these guys. I'm just gonna let a few of them get to the front. You know, some of them get crowded right here, so a lot of them will stay back in the water. So you'll really only end up with like 3 or 4 or 5 stuck in there at the most. So you can hit them with a sword. You can punch them. And I don't have an automatic killing thing in here. I could set one up, or you know, have Gruts or somebody set one up where they can be automatically killed and have it switch on and off. But I like that I can come up here with, say, this sword I have here that has looting 3. You know, if I want to get a lot of slime balls out of these guys, I could do that. But you know, I like to leave it open for whatever you want to do. I don't know if that made sense. I kind of lost my train of thought partway through that. So you see, I have these bows here, and these are just a few halfway broken bows that I brought up from my skeleton farm, and I found out that you can actually. Oh, the slime's coming. I can hear it. I can hear it coming through the system. Let's go check through the window. I had to put these windows in, by the way. Oh, he already went by. I think it's a big guy. That's another big guy. And a medium. It's crazy. I get more of these big ones than I do the medium ones. I thought I would get a lot more medium ones than small ones. But anyways, killing these guys. Stay on topic. Got a lot to talk about. You can just shoot the fence. Boom. Gotcha. Gotcha. Now, if you had a lot of infinity books, which I think I have like 4 or 5, to be honest, and if you're worried about arrows, you can just get an infinity bow and do it this way. And it's a little bit of a hassle, maybe to some, that you have to actually shoot each and every individual one or having to punch them. But it's all part of the fun. It's fun to get a bow out and just shoot these suckers, you know? So now that we're talking about the baby ones, I have had some problems with the baby guys getting stuck in the water flow. And now that we already took a peek in there, and I'll show you the water flow. Not all of it, because it's really... oh, I fell in the damn hole. I was going to patch that up before I started recording, but I forgot. I got haste 2 also, this buffer, because I have a beacon. Yes, I killed a wither. I used some of the skulls I have, killed one wither because I need the beacon for the haste 2, and then I made this pickaxe right here, which I named so it would be easier to repair it often. And I couldn't think of a clever name, so I just named it Clever Name Here. And efficiency 5, that's why it's a special axe. Efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, the perfect work pick, and also with haste 2. And let me just equip it real quick. It's almost dead. I've repaired it a couple times already. I need to repair it again. But with this haste 2, watch this. This wall, it does, it treats this damn stone like butter. It just goes through it. It's like netherrack. How fast it goes. Oh, I hear another slime coming up. It's a medium guy. So I made this staircase, and it follows this pathway all the way down. I'm not going to explain how this water flow works. It's pretty self-explanatory if you just look at it. It uses slabs on the elevation part, and I will open this door a little bit. This isn't a tutorial, so I'm not just going to show you how to specifically do everything. But you can see there's cobblestone slabs right there, and then the water source goes on top of the cobblestone slab, and then the sun goes behind it, and it just creates this flow that can make water flow upwards, going against the laws of physics. And then it just goes all the way down in a spiral like this. And I think each length here is about 10 blocks, or it's 11 blocks counting these edges, the outside edges. But I think the water flow area is actually 10 by 10 all the way down. Goes all the way down to level 12, I believe. And you can see I have a door down there and a door right here. So on each of these corners all the way down, there's a door. And I'll show you that from the bottom up because it gets a little different down there, but it basically just goes down like a staircase like this, goes straight, and then does it again. And I've had some problems with these little guys getting stuck on these slabs. Uh, Sometimes they fight against it and they don't want to go up it. You know, you see a few of them make it up there, but a lot get stuck down below, and I'll show you how I deal with that down there. But they get stuck on the slabs and they kind of just jump in a circle like this. They jump up, back into the stream, go back, jump up, and they'll just stay there forever. Which is not a big deal because it's just one small little guy, and I get plenty of big ones, mediums up there. But it's kind of clogging up the system as far as allowing more to spawn. So I ran into that problem, and I also ran into some big guys will get stuck around some of these corners. So that's why I made these doors all the way down. So if one happens to be stuck right there or something, I can just go to one of these doors and shoot it with a bow. And even if it doesn't break him down into smaller slimes, it'll still jar him enough that he'll start flowing up. It's been tested many times. I've gone through so much trial and error with all this. Ugh. My slime farm is so successful, I'm literally drowning in slimes. No, but today's video recording session went so long that I actually had to make this video into 2 parts. So be sure to click the screen right now to go to see part 2 tomorrow, where I'll explain a lot more of this place and all the best parts of it. So be sure to check out tomorrow's video. Sorry for the 2-part video, a little bit shorter today than normal as well. But thank you guys for watching. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Peace the fuck out.